Hey, what's going on YouTube? UA Reviews here, and today I've got a review video on the Under Armour No-Show Heatgear training socks. Okay, so I initially got this sock because I wanted to try out some new Under Armour training socks for the summer, kind of put them to the test, see how they could hold up for my everyday use and training uses of them. And so far, I've been very satisfied. I've used them for about 2 months now. You've probably seen them when I did a pickup video on the second channel. Got them at Dick's Sporting Goods for $16.99, and I've been very satisfied, and couldn't be happier with them. But as far as durability, you know, it'll just be a test of time just to see how they last up maybe in 3 or 4 months from now, kind of see if they still hold up. But that'll just kind of be a test to see how they hold up. I know I've had some problems with Under Armour socks before. They've kind of stretched out over the time that you use them. But, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. Now, with this pack that I got, it was a 4-pair pack of the socks. And what you'll notice, and you've probably noticed already, is both these socks look different. As far as the cosmetics of the sock, as far as how they're made, they're pretty much the same sock. They're both no-show socks. But this pair up here, and when you get your socks, you'll get 2 pairs of these and 2 pairs of just the red and black there, but this red with kind of gray trim around the footbed there, and then around the kind of around the ankle there. With these socks, I really felt like they kind of have like a compression feel to them. They feel a little tighter around the ankle, and then they kind of have a better fit throughout the bottom of the sock. With these, it kind of just feels like just an average sock that I've kind of always had. I don't usually get a lot of no-show socks to wear just for every day. I normally go with a low-cut sock, but I just wanted to try these out, and these just kind of feel like your everyday sock. They do kind of have a looser feel to them, but one thing that I could probably say, and I'm not saying this is true, but it's kind of what I believe about these socks. You get 2 pairs of the pretty much maybe could be your training sock, and then you get 2 pairs of these that could be you know, your everyday sock. So you've kind of got 2 different styles of sock here. I don't know if Under Armour purposely made it that way, but it's just kind of how I've assumed the socks are to be packaged like that, you know. I just kind of feel like these are your kind of everyday sock. They're just kind of average at best as far as like the overall fit, but these just feel like they're built like a training sock, and a sock that you'd want to run in and you know, do a lot of training in. Really, I mean, I've wore both of these socks while training, and I really didn't feel much of a difference as far as maybe, you know, the compression there. They do have good ventilation. That's probably the best characteristic of these socks, and you'll be able to see in the fit review when I put these on. You'll be able to see how just ventilated they are. You can kind of see my finger. Well, you'll be able to see my feet through these socks just because they're so ventilated. They have 2 major ventilation zones. They've got one up here at the top of the sock. I mean, it covers pretty much the top part of your foot, and then it covers down here at the bottom also. It's got vents down there, and that's kind of around your toes. So, and sometimes socks will advertise, you know, they have good ventilation and whatnot, and most socks are going to say that, but sometimes, you know, socks aren't really, you know, they don't really do the ventilation job that they should. Some socks you can actually feel the breeze actually running through your feet, through the socks and everything, and that's a really cool feeling if you can get your socks to do that. I initially couldn't feel that at first, maybe because I, you know, was wearing a pretty thick shoe when I was wearing these running, but maybe if I was wearing a different, maybe if I had a different style shoe, maybe a lighter shoe, I could maybe feel the breeze blowing through. And my shoe I have now that I use for running, it's not a very ventilated shoe. It's just kind of, but maybe if I had a more ventilated shoe, I could feel that kind of cooling sensation that the socks give. And really, and also I want to mention about sizing as well. Now I measure up to a size extra large in socks, but sometimes when you go into like sporting goods stores like Dick's Sporting Goods, they'll have a very limited pair. They have very limited supplies as far as extra large socks go, and you'll always have like large and medium. So I picked up a large, and a large goes up to a 12.5 size foot. So I mean, these pretty much stretch the limit as far as wearing them. If I had gotten or ordered a extra large size in this sock, it might have fit a little different, might have a different opinion on them. But as far as like wearing this, you know, if maybe if you are a size extra large and maybe, you know, all you can find is a large. I mean, these have been okay as a large, so I definitely, you know, feel like they've been a good sock as a size large, and I haven't, you know, ever felt like I needed to take them back for any reason because they're not my size. But that's just kind of my overall feel with the socks as far as them being a size large. Right now, I'm going to move on to the fit review and show you what they look like. Okay, so here are the Under Armour No-Show Heatgear training socks. First off, I'll give you a little 360 view of them. Alright, one thing I want to mention is I haven't wore no-show socks in a really long time, and if you can look at my tan line, and you can kind of tell I really haven't wore no-show socks in a long time as far as tan on my legs go. But it'll just kind of be a test for me just to see how I like wearing no-show socks again. Like I said, I haven't worn them in years. I've always stuck with a low-cut sock. Just because I liked how the sock, you know, the low cut sock would just be a little bit higher. But you know, I've kind of grown to like these, and you know, in the future I may look for some more no-shows. But I'm really gonna have to see first how these hold up over time. So one thing I wanted to also talk about that I didn't talk about in the review was kind of how these socks fit within my shoe. So this is my current running shoe I have, and it's one I've used the most over time here in this summer. And one thing that I could notice as far as how the socks feel in this shoe, I really feel like the socks and the sole itself, they kind of slide around a lot. Like my toes, they don't kind of stay in place. Like this, I mean, my shoes fit perfect, but the socks, they kind of have my feet, they just kind of don't match real well. If the socks, or if the insole itself was maybe a little grippy, had some, kind of like how Under Armour's 4D foam is, they may grip a little better, but being that the soles in these shoes may be a little worn, that's kind of been the only reason why that's occurring. So that might happen. It's not probably in every person's case, but that's just kind of something that I noticed. Not a big issue, but it's, you know, it's just something it was worth noting. Finally, I wanted to show you just the best characteristic of these socks is the ventilation. So you can kind of see through there. You can see my foot. Kind of see my toes there. So you can really tell down there in the toe area, and then, you know, through there, there's still just a lot of ventilation. So this is probably one of the best ventilated socks I've ever had. I would say the best ventilated sock that I've had. So it's really been a good sock. But you know, like I said, it'll just kind of be just a test of time, just to see how they hold up. So that's going to be my review. If you have any more questions, be sure to leave a comment down below and I can answer it. And if you subscribe to my channel, I've got more sock reviews out there, so you can check those out. And with that, that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter for updates on the channel, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.